Many people believe that bacteria and diseases are only harmful to humans. However, this is not always the case. Many diseases have been evolved into humans as a way to survive a hardship at one time. For example, hemochromatosis and diabetes at one point were very beneficial for survival, but now are diseases that cause a relatively early demise. Every major genetic disease is very widespread because at one point the benefits outweighed the costs.
Ironing it out.
Hemochromatosis is a genetic disease which causes your body to build up excess iron over time in your blood and liver. The iron slowly masses over about 30 years and, if left untreated, can be fatal. However, at one point, this disease was the difference between life and death. During 1347, the Black Plague occurred, and those with hemochromatosis were far more likely to survive the plague, and as such to pass on their genes.
Diabetes. And you. Diabetes is another genetic disease. It causes sugar to be improperly processed, which causes it to build up in your blood in high levels. Today, these high levels means nothing but trouble, but they used to be very beneficial. It is believed that diabetes aided people during the first ice age to survive, because the higher the concentration of sugar, the lower the freezing point. This allowed humans to live in colder, harsher environments, such as Northern Europe, which has the highest concentration of diabetes. The cholesterol also rises.
Cholesterol has a lot to do with our skin, vitamin D, and the sun. Sunlight may reduce cholesterol because by getting enough sunlight, you are using the cholesterol to produce vitamin D, which is important in the building of strong bones. Melanin is a specialized pigment that absorbs light produced by our bodies. It comes in two forms, red or yellow pheomelanin, or black or brown eumelanin. And melanocytes determine what type of melanin to make, and this determines somebody's skin color. Doctors say to wear sunglasses to prevent the exposure of sun to the eyes, but Ferguson says to not wear sunglasses because there is less warning for the melanocytes to begin producing melanin, and that results in sunburns.
Fava beans favor to you.
Favism is a genetic mutation that makes eating fava beans very dangerous. It causes your body to produce free radicals which attack your red blood cells. The thing most surprising about favism is that it is far more common in areas in which the fava beans are grown. However, the G6PD deficiency caused by favism, while dangerous, also provides resistance to malaria. This provides a large advantage in the gene is passed on.
Parasites love you.
Bacteria and parasites have very deep connections with many animals, including humans. And these connections are not always negative, as many people may assume. Every human has bacteria in their stomach living symbiotically with them. However, a lot of bacteria are harmful to us and exist only to further themselves. The way it happens varies, but it is called host manipulation. These diseases manipulate us to survive and to reproduce quicker. The symptoms can be a wide variety of things, from the common cold's coughing to the pinworm's eggs that cause embarrassing itching.
Jumping genes. DNA is something people have generally believed to be mostly static, only changed by genetic mutation very rarely. However, there are many conditions, including jumping genes, which causes drastic changes in the DNA sequence. The jumping genes will take and switch strands of DNA to diversify the organism. However, these changes are not always helpful or do much like regular mutations. Methyl madness.
However, mutations of DNA aren't the only way traits are changed. New research in a field called epigenetics is showing how, starting from pregnancy, your physical traits can change based on what happens in your life. With no change to your genome, your physical traits can change through a process called DNA methylation. A lot of the changes that methylation makes is on the baby during pregnancy, which is why good nutrition and care is very important during these crucial months. And while many changes are made during pregnancy, methylation occurs throughout your life as well, and can change your personality in drastic ways based on how you were raised.
Why you will die.
Everything about us has an evolutionary reason, even our deaths. The reason that we die is that our cells cannot reproduce infinitely due to limited telomeres. Now, why would we limit ourselves like that? Because, if we didn't, and a cell was infected, it could reproduce endlessly. Despite our body's best efforts, there is still a problem in cancer cells through the use of telomerase, which rapidly regenerates telomeres. These cells are immortal and can reproduce infinitely, causing cancerous tumors.